Okay, what did Bonzo say when he saw the ivy-covered walls of the Ivy League College? What does he mean by an Ivy League college? Do you know what that is? An Ivy League college is traditionally an ivy-covered walled college, like Harvard or Vassar. So what we're going to do is a couple problems off of here. We're going to start with number 10, which is 10 plus v minus 17v equals 4. Please keep it on your Cornell note paper. And what we're going to do is a me chart. So this is the math, this is the English, and this is the given. Okay? So what are you going to do first? What do you want to do first to make everything clearer? Get rid of the subtraction. Right. So we're going to call that step add the opposite and stop the private conversations. So you can do it in your given step. I'm going to write it out so it's very, very clear exactly what we've done. All right? So we added the opposite. So we no longer have subtraction. Everything's addition. What are we going to do in the next step? Do we have one integer, one variable expression on one side? No. We have more than one of something. So what do we do when we have multiple? We combine like terms. So the next thing we're going to do is combine like terms. And which terms are we combining? The V's. Okay, so we're going to combine these guys. So let's write everything else because it's not going to change. So 10 plus something. We have v plus negative 17v. What happens when we combine those? What do we get?
Negative 16v.
Negative 16v, because this is actually 1v. The coefficient, or the number of v's, the number times v is 1v plus, and there's negative 17 v's. So we get negative 16v. What do we do in the next step?
You isolate the variable expression.
Isolate the variable expression. And what is the variable expression?
10.
Negative.
Negative 16v is the variable expression, so that's the guy we want by itself. So what do we add to both sides?
16. We subtract 10.
Negative 10, right? The opposite of 10 to make it go away. So that's 0. Negative 16v is all by itself, poor variable expression, and that equals 6. Now what do we do?
Divide.
And why do we divide?
Because it's multiplication.
To
To get the v by itself.
get v by itself, which is called
Isolate.
isolate the variable. So what we're trying to do is get rid of that coefficient, the number of v's. We only want one. So we want to isolate the variable by dividing by that coefficient, the entire coefficient. So you want to divide by negative 16. So then you solve. So v equals, what does it equal?
Negative 6.
Is it negative over negative?
Positive.
Oh, that makes it positive. So it's 6 over 16. Are we done?
Yes.
Really?
No.
Oh, we can simplify. Now in this situation, how do we know that right off the bat? Because they're both even.
Yes.
But what I would like to do at this point is I want to look at 6 is 2 times 3. I want to look at the factors in case it's not just even, in case there's something more going on. 16 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Sure enough, the big one is 2 over 2, so v is 3/8. So that's all we could do. We simplified by dividing both top and bottom by 2 over 2. How do we check it?
the problem.
Put it back in the problem. Ew, it's a fraction. Do we really have to? Well, if it's on our midterm, is it a good idea? Absolutely. So take 10 plus 3/8 minus 17 times 3/8 equals 4. And do we say equals 4? No, we put a question mark over it. We say, does it equal 4? Now, we know how to manipulate equations. One of the things I like to do when there's, you know, the F word, fractions involved, I'll add a -10 to both sides. So I have all the fractions on one side. So I have 3/8 plus -17 times 3/8 equals, does it? -6. So then I have 3/8 plus negative. What's 10 times 3?
30.
What's 7 times 3?
21.
What's 30 plus 21?
51.
51/8 equals -6. Oh, what's 51 minus 3?
49 minus 3.
-48
Whoa.
eighths. Is that equal to -6? How many eighths in 48?
6.
Oh, and it's negative. So -6 equals -6, and it checks. Even if it's fractions, you can do it, but it's easier if you put all the fractions on one side. Did you see how it was easier that way? Oh, and was it easy to figure out 17 times 3? That was kind of cool, wasn't it? Good.